Good morning. Welcome to the lecture series of operating system. In today's class, we try to discuss about the segmentation. Segmentation is one of the widely used memory management technique. First, we try to understand what is the segment. Segment is nothing but a logical unit in a particular program. Generally, the widely used segments are either it may be the procedure or a function, or it may be the method or object, local variables and global variables, common block, and similarly the stack, symbol tables, arrays. Any one is represented as a segment. That is nothing but a program consisting of the functions or procedures, and similarly the program consisting of the local variables and global variables and the common block, stack and arrays. So based on the size of this, some cases, for example, we need to store the 1 million entries, then that is we need to require the very large array is required. Then automatically an array itself is a segment. For example, we write a simple program, the entire one is a single segment, that is nothing but the entire program itself is consisting of the at maximum 1 MB, then we are able to consider as a segment. For example, we need to develop the larger projects. In that project itself, we need to define the thousands of functions. It is not possible, we are assuming that its entire size is equal to the 500 MB. Instead of using the entire program as a single one, we are divided into the number of segments. So what is the advantage of the segmentation, we will discuss in the next slide. So automatically in this slide what we understand is a segment is nothing but a part of the particular program. Either it may be the procedure, or it may be the function, or it may be a set of instructions, that is nothing but the common block, or it may be the stack we are using in the particular program, or it may be the arrays, or it may be the symbol table, or it may be the global variables. Based on the requirement, we are able to consider as a segment. Next, here we try to assuming that this is one of the logical address space they are given. We are assuming that one program is existing. In that program, there is a main program. So they define the main function, and what are the instructions are existing on the main function, it is considered as one segment. And similarly, they are used as a symbol table. So whatever the symbols are used in that entire program, that symbol table is considered as one segment. And similarly, the stack is another segment. And similarly, the square root is, they define the square root function to calculate the square root of a particular given number. So we are assuming that that is one segment. And similarly, the subroutine is another segment. So automatically, a program is divided into the, in this example, this program is divided into the 5 segments. One is the main program, another one is the square root, and another one is the subroutine, and another one is the symbol table, and another one is the stack. And next we try to discuss, for example, here they try to explain about the logical view of segmentation. In this example, we are assuming that the program is divided into the 4 segments, just similar to the previous example, main programming, and similarly the square root function, factorial function, and another one is the prime function to calculate the given number is prime or not. So automatically these are considered as the 4 segments. This is the logical, that is the user space. And how the physical memory space is, for example, you are assuming that just like the previous example, you are assuming that memory is divided into a fixed size of partitions. One partition is allocated to the segment 1, another partition is allocated to the segment 2, another one is allocated to the segment 3, another partition is allocated to the segment 4. So automatically each and every segment is stored into the one partition in the physical memory. So this is the user space and how the physical memory space is allocated. So what is the advantage of this one? For example, you are assuming that there is no need of the contiguous memory allocation. In the previous topic we discussed about the contiguous memory allocation. Assumption is we are assuming that this partition requires the 500 MB. Assumption this one is requires the 50 MB, and similarly the segment 2 requires the 10 MB, and the 3 requires the 100 MB, and the 4th one requires the 40 MB. So total size of the particular process is, it is equal to the 200 MB is required. That is total size is equal to the 200 MB. In the contiguous memory allocation, there is a need of the total 200 MB contiguous space, then only it is possible to load the program. That is the limitation of the contiguous memory allocation. Now we are assuming that these are the free spaces is available, 50 MB free space is available, the segment 1 is loaded, And similarly the 40 MB is available here, segment 4 is loaded, and similarly the 10 MB is available here, segment 2 is loaded, and similarly 100 MB is available here. So automatically if there is no contiguous free space of the 200 MB, but based on the availability of the different free locations, holes are available, these segments are loaded. So what are the limitations are existing in the external fragmentation in the contiguous memory allocation? So what is the external fragmentation? To elimination, one approach is the compaction. Using that one, all the processes are moved one side, automatically a contiguous free space is generated, that is possible to allocate. But what is the disadvantages of the compaction is, for example, the binding is done at the time of the compilation, that is nothing but where the instruction need to be stored and where the data is available in the primary memory, that is fixed at the time of the compilation itself. It is not possible to move the process from one memory location to the another one. That is the limitation is existing and the compaction in the contiguous allocation. To overcome that one of the solution they proposed is the segmentation. That is nothing but a program is divided into the n number of segments. Each segment is stored into the one free hole, wherever the free space is available, then automatically it is possible to reduce the external fragmentation problem. In this example, we need the 200 MB free space is required, that 200 MB is not available contiguous, but at different locations the 40 MB, 10 MB, 100 MB, 50 MB is available. We are able to allocate those free spaces to the each and every segment. We are able to load the program into the primary memory. So that is the advantage of the segmentation. Now our requirement is in the segmentation concept, how the logical address is calculated to the physical address. For example, in the contiguous memory allocation is a simple approach, because the entire program is stored into the contiguous memory locations. If you know the starting address that is available in the relocation register or the base register, based on the logical address is added to the value of the relocation register, it is very easy to calculate. But whenever we are using the segmentation, each segment is stored into the different locations. So automatically whatever the concept we are used in the contiguous memory allocation, the same is not possible to applicable in the segmentation, because these segments are stored into the different free holes are available at that time, dynamically they are allocated. For that reason we need to maintain a different approach to calculate the physical address from the logical address. Now we try to discuss. Whenever we are using the segmentation, the CPU generate the logical address. So the logical address, already in the previous contiguous memory allocation, the logical address is clearly specifies that what is the address of the instruction or the data based on the beginning of the particular program. But here whenever we are using the segmentation, the logical address consisting of the two values. What are the two values we are using? One is segmentation number. In the previous example, the program is divided into the 4 segments, segment 1, 2, 3, 4. Similarly, whenever the logical address is generating, this instruction or the data belongs to the which segment, that is represented as the segmentation number. In that segment, what is the offset? That is nothing but from the segment beginning to the particular instruction or the data, what is the difference that is existing is represented as the offset. So in the segmentation technique, the CPU generated the logical address. The logical address consisting of the two parts. One is the segmentation number and another one is the offset. The segmentation number is representing the instruction or the data is representing the which segment. It is belongs to the segment 1 or segment 2 or segment 3 or segment 4. That is the number of the segment. In addition to that segment number, this address offset value, that is nothing but the particular segment starting address to this one, what is the difference is existing, that is represented as the offset value. In the previous one is the entire program is stored into the contiguous memory location, they only give the logical address, that is nothing but offset based on the beginning of the particular program. But here they are giving based on the beginning of the particular segment, what is the address difference is existing from the beginning of the segment to the current location, that is represented as the offset. And next, whenever we need to calculate the logical address to the physical address, we are using a segment table. Here the segmented table simply holds each and every segment where they are stored into the physical memory, that is the primary memory where they are stored, that information is maintained into the segmentation table. That is nothing but the segment 1. which memory location, that what is the starting address of the segment 1 in the primary memory, segment 2 what is the starting address. In that way every segment table is simply consisting of the, it is a two dimensional. What is the two dimensional? One is the two dimensional physical addresses. Each table entry is having the base and the limit values. And what is the need of the base and the limit values? The base is simply representing the what is the starting address of the particular segment, that is in the physical memory, primary memory, where that particular segment is stored. And based on the base value, and we know the offset value, we simply add the offset value to the base, then we are able to get the physical address. For that reason the base contains the starting physical address where the segment resides in the primary memory. I hope you are able to understand. The base field is simply representing where the particular segment is stored into the primary memory. The segment starting address, that is in the primary memory, beginning of the where it is started, that address is representing as the base. And the limit is representing what is the size of the particular segment. What is the need of the limit? For example, I need to access the segment number 1. It is having only the 1024, but I try to access the 2048. It is not in that particular segment portion. So automatically to provide the protection, the limit register specifies the length of the particular segment. So automatically base address is used to calculate the physical address, and to provide the protection, that is nothing but it is only allowed to access the its related information only. It is not allowed to access the outside. For that reason the limit field holds that what is the specify the length of the segment. So automatically the segmentation table consisting of the two attributes, one is the base and another one is the limit, and generally the table is consisting two attributes and two columns are existing, and the number of rows is nothing but the number of segments are existing on the particular program. For example, every program we need to implement the segmentation, so automatically every process it maintains a segmentation table. A process is divided into the 10 segments, then that process related segmentation table consisting of the 10 rows. First row holds that base field representing the first segment where it is stored into the primary memory starting address. Limit register, what is the length of the segment 1. Second row holds that where the second segment is stored into the primary memory, starting address of the primary memory, and limit is representing the what is the size of the segment. In that way the segmentation table is a two-dimensional table, and using that segmentation table it is possible to calculate the physical address from the logical address. In addition to that one, it is also provide the protection. It is not allowed to access the outside instructions using the limit field. Now we try to discuss about the whenever we are using the segmentation table, we are also be using the segment table base register. It is a register, it holds the address of the segmentation table. Like already we discussed, a segmentation table is having the two fields, one is the base and another one is the limit, and based on the number of segments, number of rows are existing, but this is also we need to store some memory. So what is the starting address of the segmentation table of the particular process? Because it is also be stored in the memory, what is the address, starting address of the segmentation table that is existing on the segmentation table base register? It is also be called as the STBR. So once we are using the segmentation technique, for example the processor identifies the segmentation number, the CPU identifies the logical address is segmentation number 5 and offset is 100. So automatically it simply takes the segmentation base table. From that segmentation base table it identifies the where the fifth segment related base information is available, and it takes the base value. First it compares the limit is less the base address, the offset is representing the 100 is less than limit, then okay, otherwise it gives the error. If it is within the limit, then automatically the offset is added to the segment starting address, that is the base value, to calculate the physical address. For that reason the segment table base register, it holds the starting address of the segmentation table of the particular process. And next one is the segment table length register. What is the meaning of the length register? It simply gives the length of the segmentation table, that is nothing but the how many number of segments are existing, indicate the number of segments used by a program. For example, a program is divided into the 10 segments, then the segmentation table length register, its value is equal to 10. Or a program is divided into the 100 segments, then automatically the segment table length register value is equal to 100. And next one is, whenever the logical address consisting of the segmentation number and offset, it simply verifies the segmentation number must be less than the segment table length register. For example, the segmentation process is divided into the 10 segments. At the time of the CPU generate the 12th segment. Actually, the 12th segment is not existing. Automatically, it gives the error message. For that reason, whenever the logical address is generated, the segmentation number and offset value, first segmentation number must be compared with the segmentation table length register. Once it is satisfied, then it is a valid segment. Then it go to the segmentation table to get the limit value. Then again the base value is compared with the limit value. If it is also be the base is less than the limit, or that is offset is less than the limit, then it is allowed to continue. Otherwise it gives the error message is generated. And next one is how the segmentation technique is provide the protection. Once the logical address is generated, the segmentation logical address is generated by the segmentation number and the offset value. It simply compare with the segmentation number is a valid one. In that particular segment also the offset is also the valid one. Then only it is allowed to calculate the physical address. So automatically it provides the protection. So automatically the segmentation technique simply provide the protection. Now we try to discuss about the how the logical address is converted into the physical address using the segmentation technique. So here the CPU simply generate the logical address. So I hope you are able to understand this. The CPU generated the logical address. The logical address is consisting the two fields. One is the segmentation number and another one is the offset value. First it simply verifies that the segmentation number is a valid one, is the segmentation length register. If it is a valid one, it simply verifies the segmentation table. Here the segmentation table consisting the two attributes, one is the base and another one is the limit. First it simply takes the limit and base values. So it takes the limit value first and it compares with the offset value D. For example, it is less than the limit, then it directly go to the next step. If it is not satisfied, that is nothing but the offset value is greater than or equal to the limit, it simply gives the address error. It is a trap, that is nothing but it is not allowed to access the particular memory location. Error message is generated. For example, the offset is less than the limit, then it takes the base value is added to the offset to calculate the physical address. From the logical address is generated by the CPU, and using the logical address, physical address is generated, and using that physical address it is allowed to access the memory, primary memory it is allowed to access. I hope you are able to understand what is the segmentation hardware is required to convert from the logical address to the physical address. So automatically the segmentation is one of the widely used ones. So what are the advantages of the segmentation? The segmentation eliminates the limitation of the external fragmentation problem is available in the contiguous memory allocation. How it is possible to eliminate? For example, a process requires in the previous example 200 MB free space is required, but the 200 MB contiguous memory is not available, but the free space is available in the different locations. For example, that is divided, the process is divided into the 4 partitions. One partition is the 40 MB and another one is the 10 MB, 50 MB and 100 MB, and different locations they are allocated. So it is possible to overcome the limitation of the external fragmentation in the contiguous memory allocation is eliminated using the segmentation. But what is the disadvantages of the segmentation concept is, here there are also be segments is also be having the different sizes. But to overcome that limitation, the paging concept is used. So we will discuss the paging concept in the next class. Thank you.